All right, go ahead and
So,
start.
known him for about 20 years. First came to him because a friend had referred me. She was coming across the Selwood Bridge on a Friday night. He had just opened, 6 o'clock, limped her car across, and they took care of her instantly. So she said, "You've got to go to this guy." And not only are they some of the nicest guys, top-notch mechanics, but it's a green shop, which I really like. It's really important to me. And I've known Tom when he was a big man, and now I know Tom is a little man, and physically. And they're just the best. They've kept my car, my 13-year-old car, running like it's a brand new car all these years. I've referred at least 3 or 4 other people, and I usually get a nice little thank you from Tom. So I just can't imagine a better mechanic. It's really important to have a good mechanic because, especially with me, I'm trusting my car to him. I can't even put gas in my car. I'm glad we don't live in a state where you have to do it yourself, because that's all I can do is turn it on, and I expect my car to run every time I start it, and it does. And it's because of Tom and all the guys and gals there at Dwyer Automotive.
When you refer somebody, what's the one thing that stands out?
And they've never taken advantage of me. They have never made me feel like I don't know what I'm doing, or, well, lady, sure, whatever. Yeah, oh, you have a little squeak. If I have a problem, they treat it legitimately, and they are the ones that always tell me, this is what's happening with your car. This is when the next tune-up needs to be. And like I say, I have 91,000 miles on that little car, and I'm keeping it for another 10 years. And Tom's going to see to it that I do.
Oh. Tell me more about the environmental end of it. What do you know that they do environmentally?
Well, I know that Tom Dwyer has the Tom Dwyer what is the TDSA?
The carbon neutral program.
The carbon neutral program, and I know I bought into that, and for what I understand is that for all of the carbon, the energy that we buy, that we participate in, that it helps our carbon footprint. And they've always been very concerned, even before the green got to be popular, they've always been concerned about recycling when they could, and just being so environmentally conscious. They don't even wash their cars there anymore because they're concerned about just the facilities, so they send the cars off to be washed at another place. So it's just little things like that that they've always been aware of. Even when other places were dumping their oil somewhere, Tom Dwyer was never doing that. He was always recycling. And my ex-husband knew Tom when he worked out of his garage. So this goes back for a long ways. Must have been 30 years ago when he was just out of his garage. And as I say, I've known him since he's been at the foot of the Selwood Bridge. And like I say, it's hard. It seemed to me to be hard to be a mechanic and be as green-minded as Tom, but they really are, and I give them my full endorsement because they're just the greatest, and I will continue to refer people because if I trust my car there and I trust my friends' cars there, then I figure it's a good place.
Tried other places? How do they compare to other places?
I did take my brand new car to the dealership, I think, one time, and talk about a place where I was treated like a woman that didn't know anything at all. And I found out about Tom shortly after that, and I have not tried another mechanic since. But I had, years ago I had tried other places, and I just haven't wanted to come back to the same place. The fact that he lives in my neighborhood and I'm giving a local merchant my business is also very important to me as a customer. And it's just gravy that he happens to live so close to my house. But I know that I have friends who live in Northeast, friends who live in Beaverton, who will also drive out to see him because he's that good and he treats everybody fairly. It's not just those of us who have been going to him for years and years since the beginning. It's those new customers, too, that he seems to get in and make feel at ease so that they want to keep returning to him.
Like the most. What's the one thing that they do that nobody else does? That
what's the one thing that they do that nobody else? They have great sense of humor. I think that's one thing, and they're always right on as far as their estimates go. I don't know. I don't know if that's a special thing, but that's important. You go into a place and they give you an estimate. You go in to pick the car up. The estimate is nothing compared to what you looked at in the first place, and you're stuck with the fact that they've already done the work and you have to pay for it. That doesn't happen. They always call you and let you know shortly after your car has been dropped off what you're going to need, and if there's anything that they have noticed that maybe you didn't notice. So that's just something. They always keep my car running, and I know that it's going to stay running because they look, they're proactive in what they do instead of reactive. Oh yeah, let's fix it once it gets broken. They don't want it to get broken, which I appreciate because I don't want to be in a car that's broken down. Trust me. So that's the special thing they do.